WBS 87 FM Atlanta, WAEN FM Atlanta, and WBHA Beat Break 87 FM, a Reach One communication station.
The views and opinions expressed on this program does not necessarily reflect those of Beat Break 87 FM, Reach One Communications, volunteers, staff, and management of Reach One Communications.
Who is she?
Who is this woman I keep hearing about?
Who is she? Who is the radio diva herself?
Oh my God, are you talking about?
That can't be. Oh, yes, it is, girl.
Wait a minute, that is her.
Yeah, that is her.
Oh my God.
D Hill, everybody.
I have to call somebody. This is amazing.
I still can't believe it's her.
Can I get your autograph?
You ain't making me miss her show. Ain't nobody got time for that. D Hill Radio Show with your host, D Hill.
Keep up the good job, man. You guys are doing a great job. I hope you blow up and become syndicated.
Call in at 404-355-8699 or 1-866-923-2860.
This is D Hill.
Clap your hands.
With your host, D Hill.
This is D Hill.
Clap your hands.
With your host, D Hill.
Now, here's your host, D Hill.
Crazy how things been going on with these mass shootings. And before I get in too deep in that, I have to say this. I'm getting tired of the media not saying that this is not a terroristic threat when a Caucasian person, male, actually does the mass shootings. But if any person of color, not just African Americans, black, or whatever you want to call us, anybody of color is called a terroristic incident, terroristic threat, whatever the case may be. But when a white Caucasian male does this, it's a mass shooting. So if you got an opinion about what I just said, give us a call, 404-355-8699, 404-355-8699. It's the DJ Roland here, sitting for D Hill. So my prayers and thoughts are definitely out to them, definitely to those teenagers when you leave home. And I think about my own son. You know, if you have any kids, you go to work and kiss your kids off to go to school and you get that call. You just never want to hear that type of call coming to your phone doing work and having something that can happen, because I mean, it's a trip. I mean, the boy was expelled from the school and decided, for whatever what reason, to come back and did what he did. And I heard some news clips about it from the victims and people who were witnessing the actual incident. And I don't know whether it's his mindset or whatever, but a retaliation to his girlfriend and new boyfriend at the school, that childish stuff, and you just want to do what, I don't know. It's so many words that I can't even say. It hurts me, you know, especially having a child and having nieces and a couple of nephews and stuff that can possibly happen. You just never want that to happen. And a person supposed to be in charge. I know a lot of folks say this. He ain't, number 45 ain't my president. I feel the same. You know, he didn't go on the same day saying anything. I guess he'll say, I got to get all the evidence together and all that BS stuff and all that. And even when he apologized what has happened down there, some folks already said, we don't want to hear you. You know, it's ridiculous. They don't want to hear what you have to say because you're not doing anything to help change the laws. And if the type of, when I give an example of this, is that changing the laws, the person who suspect that actually did the killing is only 19 and has a rifle, and is and legally in the state of Florida and even in the state of Georgia. I don't know how many other states, but that type of rifle that he had, you can purchase that at 18. Why do you need that type of rifle in your possession? I don't know. You don't need that type of rifle. You know, I mean, I understand you might need protection and all that stuff from the other idiots, but why do you need that type of protection? So, if you, like I said, it's a trip. It hurts me, but it is what it is. And the laws definitely need to be changed. The NRA definitely ain't apologizing or nothing. So I don't know what the next step is, but I know the next steps has to be, changing the laws. So how do you feel about this, man?
I definitely agree with you that these laws need to be looked at. AR-15, if you look at the last few mass killings that has happened in this country, they have used AR-15s.
Okay, so the one in Vegas I know he used an automatic.
Yeah. The last few mass around the schools, I know that it was shown on the news that they used AR-15 and AR-15.
AR-15s.
Yes.
Okay, that's the type of rifle that was used, especially in this latest mass shooting. And I don't have my sources, but that one that happened in New England some years ago, that person, did he use an AR-15 as well?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm definitely not sure.
Okay.
That. But just my question is, why would a normal everyday citizen need an AR-15?
Well, they say, what they say is for hunting purposes, something like that. And then another person may say for collection. And I'm like this, and now someone put this on Facebook. I wish I had it in front of me because I read it, and it's very thorough and it's very true. In order to have a type of rifle, I'm not saying any handguns, but a rifle, first of all, you should be in the military, active in the military. I should need to clarify that. Active in the military, on a military base. Those two things, those two locations. Because we can't, they do have those crazy, have incidents on bases. We can't control that part. So they have to take care of their own because they're trained to do that. That's number one. Number two, if you want to use a rifle during hunting season or whatever, you need to go to a particular park or whatever they go that allows hunting to happen, to get the guns on rental purposes and get the guns there, the ammo and the weapons. And another person said, another thing that was written, what that person said is that only law enforcements should have those type of weapons. So that includes federal and local. So, like you said, why does an ordinary citizen need to have that type of rifle for possession? I can't. I mean, I'm not into guns, me personally. I mean, I look at the movies and see explosions. Yes, that's excitement and all that stuff, and they have it on games and all that's excitement. But I know I don't want to own it because it's fantasy when you look at it on TV, for entertainment purposes. It's fantasy. But why would I want to own something that is so powerful that it can actually take somebody's life? And probably other people's lives depend on how you use the weapon. And I'm like, I'm not into that type of stuff. Are you into that type of stuff?
This day and time, you almost have to be.
Okay.
Because one of incidents like this, and every day on the news, somebody has went into somebody's something and harmed them. And so you almost have to have some form of protection in your home.
Okay.
But to me, if you are allowed to have a firearm of any kind, to me, they need to be extensive background checks and extensive psychological checks. Because a lot of these guys, and then all of a sudden they came into be socially having behavioral issues and mental issues. But had we done a lot of these checks prior to, a lot of this stuff, I believe, could have been taken care of. Okay.
All right. On that note, we're going to have a little debate on this. Okay. Now, you can enforce those type of rules, let's say, for within the next couple months, because that's what Congress got to go through their paperwork, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you have these type of rules extending to the new people, should it be retroactive back to the people who currently have them? I think they should, because some people have all these guns all this time, and now of everything that's going on, should they be looked at? Because I'm looking at the guy in Vegas. He had guns for years, and look what he did. So I'm thinking of what you just said, of putting those new rules in for extensive background checks. Should we retroactive put them on people who currently have weapons? Because, they may have that mental disability that has not been checked, and they may need to be checked if they plan on having those type of weapons. I think they should go back and tell to those people as well. What do you think?
To me, that's possibly gonna be. I guess you can do it, because I guess you have to renew your license every so often. Mm-hmm. And if someone is coming to renew your license, I can see where they can put that stipulation in down that they have to go through these extensive checks now. But there has to be something, and I also believe that there needs to be more officials or officers in these schools that are carrying.
Yes. They have officers. They have officers. I forgot what the actual names are right off the top of my head, but they do have officers who are armed on campuses, and most of them are on high school and middle school. They don't see too much of them on elementary level, but that incident happened in New England. It did happen at elementary school, so no one was really prepared for anything like that at elementary school. But in a high school, most high schools, at least some high schools I know in the metro Atlanta area, do have armed officers on campus, especially if they're in a high crime area. Those where they're located. Now, this happened in a predominantly white, upper class neighborhood, and of the track record of the suspect, there was warning signs before this actually happened.
Oh yeah,
and they ignored it, because it can't be happening in my neighborhood. That's the phrase I'm hearing now these days. It can't happen in my neighborhood. When a crime happens, someone unfortunately gets shot or killed, or I'm just talking outside of the actual incident. They said they never had a crime to happen like that in their neighborhood. I know some folks, listening saying, if they never have you had a serious crime that has happened in your neighborhood, if it hasn't, don't be sleep on it, because it can happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I'm not forcing it or to hope that something bad happens, but you have to keep in mind it can happen. Hoping it's not the people listening or whatever, or your neighbor, whoever he or she is, but it can happen. So don't think your neighborhood is better than somebody else because it never happened in their neighborhood.
I mean, these instances has happened multiple times this year already.
Right.
So, I mean, these are conversations that we need to start having with our kids. In fact, me and my kid's mother, we all were together today and had these conversations with our kids. I have a son that's in the 5th grade, and my daughter is in high school, first year high school, a freshman in high school. And we had these conversations, and they are having these conversations in school now, which they should have been had these conversations in school now. But they have to figure out a way to protect our kids. We have to figure out a way to protect our kids. I know back in the day they was having metal detectors and things in school, but the thing about this kid was he was just expelled a year prior from the school for fighting his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend. So my thing is, if he was expelled a year prior, how was he allowed to get back on the campus?
That's the thing.
It's just these little different things, the questions, and the fact that he posted somewhere it was said that he posted that he wanted to become a professional school killer or something to that effect. So yes, there were signs out there that he had and needed some type of help.
Right.
When another question is, whomever reading these posts, now we alarmed, but why didn't these posts send up a red flag when they were sent out? And
right.
Why did
exactly.
somebody go check him out at that time?
Exactly. My also thing is this too, with what you said, I'm like, I'm like I said, I'm still speechless, but it's there were so many signs before this incident actually happened, and I'm like, and the FBI was part of it. They knew some stuff too, and to me, why didn't the people that the FBI told do anything? Why didn't they warn them? They warn us about all this stuff going on in other countries, that there's a threat here. I mean, could possibly come, but it's something going on in our own home, and they don't react the same way. But if somebody's like possible coming through the airlines or anything like that, that's all across the news that we have a possible terroristic threat going on. But somebody's saying they may want to get on the shoot somebody or something, they're not doing it. We got a caller on the line. Hey there, caller.
Yo, you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's DJ Roland. What is your name?
Eric.
All right, Eric.
Because the FBI gets so many warnings about this at any given time, and the uptick of them grows larger as social media grows larger. So they probably, most likely, just didn't get around to it yet. I think this is more of a local county problem to stay on top of stuff like this. And I also think that at this point, Facebook and the other social media outlets should be sending little notifications out. Like they have enough, because their workforce is so small and their profits are so high. They have enough financial resources to hire some people to look at people's pages and let their friends, or the people that they, Facebook friends aren't real friends, but let the people who are connected with these people on Facebook know, it's like, have you really been paying attention to what so-and-so is posted on their page? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just hire people for that purpose. That's what they do. It's like they're not going to get into calling the police and everything, but just keep making and make notes. And every now and then, when they see stuff that's really borderline aggressive, Facebook should have people that will notify you, whoever you may be, and let you know it's like you're getting really close to the line, and we're going to look into your background.
Yeah, and thank you for calling again for that. Going back to what you just said, Eric the caller, I'm gonna call you Eric the caller. It's a trip that how serious they take stuff when it's overseas that can affect us compared to what's going on in our own homes. That's why I was.
They don't get on that too hard either, to tell you the truth.
Well, they to me, they posted on the news. They always have a news outlet about that, and half of the time something happens. Half of the time, but when something's going on in our own area, it's like, well, we'll see what happens. Let it happen and let it get to a certain point. Oh, we need to react now. I'm like, why can't you help prevent this?
In about 6 months, they talking to this dude every day, all day. His last name is Cruz, right? The guy, the killer.
Yeah.
They talking to him every day, all day. So in about 6 months, they're going to have so much information on this dude and what the school knew about this dude. And then they're going to slowly start posting it out to give folks a better idea what to look for. But there's really only so much you could do. I want to say this in exit because I want to go back to listening.
Okay.
There's really only so much you could do because this type of behavior is not new. It's just the access to manifest it
Right.
has become new. You know, the frequency that you could do it. There have been people talking about, I'm going to wipe somebody out for as long as the human race has been out, in mass numbers for as long as the human race has been out.
Yeah.
But now they have access, and that makes it a little bit more difficult. So the feds are protecting us, and our neighborhoods are protecting us, and the school protected themselves as best they could from that dude, but there's only so much you can do at this point.
Yes, I definitely agree. Something that you can do. But thank you for calling in and everything, Eric.
I like the way you're handling the broadcast. I'll go back to listening.
All right, thank you very much. Someone just sent me a news clip. This happened recently, actually yesterday, Friday, February 16th, that there was at Dutchtown High School goes on a soft lockdown of a precautionary measure because of a possible gun violence. And I'm like, it just happened again. When I say happened again, these lockdowns keep coming up. And what are we doing to help prevent these situations? It's like almost every week somewhere, if it's not in the metro Atlanta, somewhere's going on lockdown. What happened? What was that in Texas? That situation. I don't know if it was a high school or a college. That is going. It's going crazy, and it all boils down to the beginning of what we were saying was these gun rules. NRA has not said a daggone thing about changing, and I ain't worrying about 45 because he worrying about getting his money. So what do you think?
Well, you know me. I'm gonna say what it is.
Yeah.
My thing is that if he's able to get them, then why can't our teachers be armed so that they could stop when they see it? Because I promise you, had this been if they were able to at least arm themselves, you know what I mean?
Right.
He would have met someone that probably would have took him out
before,
and we would have had probably about 15 lives saved. That's just my opinion.
Yes, your opinion. So you think on your debate, you think that administrators, not teachers, but administrators should be armed,
well trained, as long as they're trained and they're certified.
And certified.
So, and then those teachers should be strategically placed throughout the school, so that at first encounter, once you hear gunshot number one, whoever is strategically placed in that area, you're going to come out and you're going to meet force with force. And then you can take them out and you can save many more lives than having to bury lives. You know what I mean? So,
man,
I say arm the teachers.
Arm the teachers.
I say arm the teachers.
As a former educator.
I say arm the teachers.
As a former educator, should I be armed? Because I'm not saying we had any gun violence when I was at, but you're trying to say I should have a handgun in my desk ready to be used if someone comes on campus shooting.
I say if you're certified.
If I'm certified, okay.
If you're certified and you have those individuals strategically placed. That's just my opinion. Because if you come through the front door,
right,
and you're just starting to shoot off rounds, the students are already going back into actively practicing code reds and red alerts and all of that stuff, right? So if I'm hearing gunshot number one, gunshot number two, because this guy, it wasn't an automatic weapon, it was a semi-automatic. So whoever could have been armed would have had time to come out, meet resistance with resistance. Come on, people.
Come on, Mr. Producer, tell us something. I know you got something to say.
I agree wholeheartedly with her.
You do.
But the ones that are armed, that are certified to be armed, need to be taken through extensive background and psychological checks.
Right, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. As well as certifications, just like police officers have to be recertified and armed security officers have to be recertified. They have to go through the training. I think like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, they have to get their recertification. So they have to go to the gun range. And you have to recertify to carry that weapon. And if you're not able to, meet the standards, then you just don't carry it. but there should be ongoing training and ongoing psychological testing. I agree, to make sure that the individuals that are selected and strategically placed are capable of doing what needs to be done.
Okay, so let me get this right. We're going to go to a music break in just a minute. All right, let me get this right. So you're saying that since police officers and security armed officers get recertified 2 or 3 times a year?
Yeah.
They do. So so they need to be placed those same type of rules onto regular American citizens.
Absolutely. Administrators as well as those who choose to carry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go to the gun range every other month.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because if you come at me, I promise you, especially when I have a little one, 11-year-old. If you coming at me, I'm gonna meet you. I'm not gonna come at you, but I'm gonna meet you where you at.
Ooh.
And you know, when 380 Sally starts singing, she sings.
Hey!
It is what it is.
Okay. All right. Okay. You heard it. You heard it here. Okay. You heard it here on the D Hill Show. Okay. We'll be right back telling you about something else going on in the ATL.
Be back.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist, Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a boat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela!
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break 87 FM wants to help you get the word out on your next community event.
Hey, do you have an upcoming public service announcement that you want listeners to know about? Well, email us the info to psabeatbreak87@gmail.com so we can help spread the word. That's psabeatbreak87@gmail.com. If your event flyer has the words nonprofit, community, support, charity, and just describes everything about helping our community, please share the special event right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
You're listening to the weekday version of the D Hill Radio Show on Beat Break 87 FM. Listen live to a new episode of the D Hill Radio Show every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Beat Break 87 FM and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
When it comes to hip hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.
All right. Welcome back to the D Hill Show.
Welcome back, Atlanta.
Yeah, DJ Roll-Up sitting up in here, and we have Miss
B.
Miss B. Oh,
y'all know how I do.
Where you been, son?
Where you been?
Where you been, son?
I've been where I'm at.
Okay, you ain't been at where you are now? No, you ain't.
Yes,
No, you haven't.
I've been here. I've been around.
Where you been?
I've been here.
Where you been?
You've seen me on Facebook.
Where you been?
I've been here. I've been here.
What's this cute little thing
I'm
you
good.
brought in here?
Man, let me tell you, my sons, we in the mall, right?
Mhm.
So I had to go get this. Rihanna got this makeup line, right? And I was never one for wearing lipstick. But y'all know I love my lips, right?
Oh.
So I would always condition them and make sure I'm wearing a nude color, because I just didn't, I love my lips. So Rihanna comes out with this Fenty beauty line, and I just so happened to put on a color one day. And I was like, well, dang, I'm kind of crushing on myself right now. So I had one of my queen friends. He taught me how the technique of ombreing the lips. So I did that.
Hold on.
Ombreing the lips. You see what they look like. You see how you see how they look.
Well, yeah,
I
mean, what is ombreing the lips?
Ombreing the lips is when you go from one color and you transition to the opposite. So you go dark here, like I have now, dark liner.
So you flip flop.
You flip flop them things.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the new style now?
It's not new.
It's not.
But it's coming back out
It's
because
coming back
queens
out.
have been doing it for the longest.
Really?
Yes.
Well, they do whatever they want to do.
Yeah,
It's just-
but it works though.
It
and
works for them. Yes,
it works. And this girl told me coming up out of Sephora, she was like, "Oh, you got some nice lips." I'm like,
Okay.
So I had to hide them a little bit. But anyway, I'm in the mall, right? And my sons, and I'm thinking that it's payback for me because I'm always dragging them to the mall with me while I go shop. So we go in and my sons are shopping and I'm just like, ooh, okay, I'm ready to go because I'm not shopping for me. So
Right.
I'm kind of bored. And so they was like, Ma, I want to go to this store right here. I just want to see what they have. So I'm not even noticing that the Build-A-Bear thing is to my right. I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, Reggie, I'm about to go have a seat. I'm going to sit down till you're done. So they was taking this long time, but I was like, okay, God, I'm not going to rush them. I'm going to let him have his thing. They come out, both of them come standing over me. I'm leaning back. I'm ready to punch somebody. He was like, close your eyes. I was like, no, for what? Because I'm going to punch you if you put anything on my face.
Whoa.
Because my kids, they do pranks, right? And I'm just like, wait a minute. Close my eyes for what? And they was like, just close your eyes. So I had to get a lady to sit beside me. I was like, ma'am, they do anything, I want you to punch them. Like, so I close my eyes and then I see this beautiful pink bear. And my sons, they said they just wanted to give that to me to let me know that everything is going to be all right. Now, I'm not going through anything. But he just said, Ma, we just want to give this to you. We had this made for you. And all it takes is a little faith. So then he gives me this piece of paper. So the bear has a birth certificate, too. So Nehemiah, my little clown, he says, see, Ma, now you got your daughter. Like, little boy, sit down. Don't you even do it.
You just being thoughtful.
Don't
you
even
know
do
mama
it.
need a girl. Got your
I'm the
little
only
girl.
woman I need.
Got your
I don't
girl.
need any females in my household. I enjoy being the only queen bee.
The queen bee.
I'm good with that.
You good with that?
I'm good.
All right. I was going to go back to your lips real quick. Go
back.
Would it being used on Wednesday?
No.
What?
No, I don't do the Valentine's Day thing.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't. Because you're not going to decide on this one day to tell me that you love me. No, that's going to be shown to me the other 364 days.
Okay. Like I gave it to my homeboy. I said, #love365.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna come, and then I don't eat chocolate, so you can't buy me chocolates. I'm really not into roses unless they're tattooed on my body. So you're gonna waste your money. I'm really not into that stuff.
You're not into that stuff.
Handwrite me a letter or a card, draw something for me. That'll be more touching. But all of this balloons and candy, because I'm gonna bust a balloon. Yeah, because I don't see.
Hey, we're just listening. We're just listening.
I'm a bust. So to whoever's listening, I'm like giving you heads up. Don't come with balloons, candy, and all this. No.
All right, bro. What anything going on Wednesday, or you just like chilled and did?
I went to work. Got off late. Had me a drink. Now no, I did get some though.
Whoa!
You got some of what?
I did.
Some song?
No. I got
some
smash.
I
got probably one of the better gifts I have ever gotten.
I thought you smashed.
I mean, you know, I smash every now and then.
You smash
every now and then, Rick.
Right?
Every now and then.
You know, when the opportunity pops up.
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Okay, you being real modest though.
I'm old.
You know you.
I'm old.
Rick, come on.
I'm old.
Come on, Rick.
But let me tell you what I got though, and it was the best gift I could have got.
Okay.
A girl I dated a long time ago. She sent me a clip. Well, it was one song, but I've been looking for the whole thing. The Nas and when he performed with the National Symphony Orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me that clip because I had been looking for it. She sent me the clip, and that was the best gift I got.
That was nice.
What's up.
Man,
that was nice.
And if you hadn't seen it, if you're a hip hop head and you hadn't seen this, you need to check it out.
Okay.
Well, I will definitely check it out.
Yeah, cause, it's fire. Just to hear the orchestra playing Illmatic.
Yeah.
Is it on YouTube?
I know the one clip is. They at one time had the entire concert on YouTube, but they pulled it down, so I got to figure out how to get the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's classic.
But
classic.
you know, the orchestra, I think people sleep on the orchestra anyway.
We do. Yes, we
if
do.
you take a look, go back to Ray Charles and how the orchestra played. You know, when Ray Charles put his little thing to it, and then Tina Turner, and come on now.
But see, you have to have. But see, you can't have no mess system when you listen to. You have to see, because growing up, we didn't have. We were poor. So we didn't have the big quality hi-fi system. So my first taste of the orchestra was when I went to Georgia Southern before I flunked out. Right. And I took this music appreciation class, and I never forget walking to this class, and this guy, he was like, "We gonna do something with and he put this music on, and the sound and the way he had the speakers positioned in the room, and the woofer was sitting all by, and it sounded amazing. It was almost like you could feel the strings and the horns, and from that I grew to love the orchestra. But I'm still yet to go and actually sit and see one. But
it's a wonderful feeling, man. 'Cause I did that back in high school. I was very fortunate to be in a couple orchestra symphonies. You know, by me being in a marching band and concert band, we visited Morehouse, and we saw that there, the chorus there, and went to the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra building. I can't remember if they were performing there, but I know there was an orchestra there, because sometimes they have visiting orchestras come into a town, and I know we saw that back in high school. I just love my high school days up musically, because that made me appreciate music more and all that. But nobody's gonna ask me about mine.
We know what you did. you all booed up, and
so just leave it alone, then, right?
You all booed up, but we want to know anyway.
No, you don't. No,
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
You all in the juju. We already know that, but I want to know the details. Well,
I ain't really a lot of details, because here's the thing. I just want to congratulate myself that I have a full-time job. If you were sleeping on Facebook lately, I have a full-time job with benefits now.
I saw that. Did you get my congratulations? Because
I had a whole bunch. I had a zillion. I don't know. I just know I had a bunch of 80 plus responses to that. So I just know I had love on every single one of them, and I thanked them and all that stuff. So I just appreciate all that going on. But that's what's going on with me with that. So on Wednesday, this is how I do it. This is what should be done. You always, if you plan on going to your restaurant, you have to set a reservation. That's number one.
Right.
And what I wanted to go to Pappadeaux, and Pappadeaux said that it's first come, first serve. So you already know when you get there, you know you gotta wait an hour or more. So there's no way I would have gone to no Pappadeaux on a holiday.
That's on a regular night.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, so you ain't getting my money because I got to sit for over an hour just for it to get eat. So I called around Maggiano's, and about 3 Maggiano's said that.
Nice Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Said, yeah, book. So I like, I'm not even sitting there. So I finally found one, and it's where you just came from. Cumberland.
Cumberland?
Yep.
Maggiano's at Cumberland?
Yeah. Went to Maggiano's at Cumberland.
And you got in?
I set a reservation on Monday. It was late, but
okay, gotcha. You got the reservation because when we just rode through there, man,
yeah, exactly. And so anytime you think about having a special event, you have to set a reservation. Now, only place you probably don't have to set a reservation, but depends on your money or the crowd is like places like Applebee's and Fridays, stuff like that, because they ain't gonna set no reservation.
I wish I would.
Yeah, man, I can't take you to. We can't run over to Applebee's to watch the game and enjoy the game.
Not on a special night.
Not on a special night.
Not on a special night.
No. Special night. I don't do the pagan
night.
thing anyway. So what's a special night?
No, I don't get it. I stay home on Valentine's Day.
So I'm
just saying, if we have a special occasion, like if it's our anniversary, and you want to take me out, and you want to, if it's a date night, no, dude, we go to Applebee's and Fridays to kick it. They drinks not even strong. I don't even order no drinks.
I just want mine straight.
No, but I'm gonna tell you who got the bomb drinks though.
Who?
La Parrilla.
Yeah, La Parrilla.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah. La Parilla be hit.
Boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, they real nice.
I was saying a prayer all the way home. Ooh, Jesus, don't let me run no red light.
Hey, for real, you need to call Uber or Lyft if you're feeling that way.
Well,
man.
see, it wasn't like a total inebriation, but there was a little airiness, to the feeling. I mean, I could function, but I knew that had I been pulled over, girl, you good as caught. So when I go out, I drink no more than one drink because I know my limit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then too, I didn't have I know my limit. How about that?
All right. As the night continued, the thing about it is that she is not only because you say I'm all booed up, she is really my best friend.
You still booed up?
But I'm gonna say she's my best friend because she has brought me a card. And if y'all on Instagram, I don't think I posted on Facebook, but if you follow me on Instagram at DJ Rollum, I put that card out there. And she had a I think it was Samuel 3. I can't remember the last part. She put a scripture on it. Yeah, a scripture on there.
Okay.
And I'm like, see, this is just awesome. You got to have both worlds. And that's the thing that I'll pray for everyone who's in one, that you have a decent, I would say, a 70-80% communication. But when it drops less than 70, you really need to start talking or doing something different. Because if it gets really bad, that's when the relationship is going to end probably real soon.
Now, you mean if he's talking 70-80% of the time? I know somebody like that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, I think
story.
I think if for any of those relationships to be successful, you have to get to know.
Yeah.
Right. You have to get to know. You have
person.
to get to know someone.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's no better way of getting to know someone other than through communication.
Oh yeah. I mean, you have
because if you're communicating with me, not conversating, I hate. Man. And not conversating. If we're really having conversations, then you're going to know all you need to know.
And the non-communication, getting to know those.
The non-communication, if you grow to know me through communication, when there is no communication, that's going to tell you what you need to know.
But there's also some things in the way you move, and just watching you when you come into the house, or how you say something when you say it, you can say the same word every time you walk in the house, but the way you say it.
Yes.
And like I say,
Yes.
just watching your person. Okay, I know they need that. I know they need that space. Or I know he need this card. Or I know she need this hug. Or just knowing that by not even saying nothing. Sometimes
Right.
just that look in that eye.
Yeah.
That nod.
That's
you know,
when you come to now you're really knowing
Right.
that person.
Yeah,
know,
and that takes
so.
time. You know, people rush. You know, I mean,
Wait a minute now.
What?
What do you mean? What is your definition of rush to do what?
Believe me, I
I
know
meet you
someone.
today and then I'm in a relationship tomorrow? That type
no,
of
no,
stuff?
no. I'm talking about someone that
Happens
I
all the
personally
time?
know. I don't know if she's listening
Huh?
or not, but I know someone I personally know who knew this guy less than 5 months, 5 or 6 months, got proposed to, and I said, hold up. Y'all only dated a couple months. You getting serious, and I said, just because the sex is good, don't get confused. And all of a sudden, about another month and a half later, he proposed. I'm like, wait a minute, that don't sound right. I said, first of all, okay, and she said she a church going girl. I said, okay, how many times you went to church? 2 or 3 times. I'm like, wait a minute, in 6 months, 2 or 3 times, and that's it. And then, I got to end the story because we're about to end the show soon. Okay.
We got time.
Here's what happened.
We got time.
After the proposal, and she accepted yes because she posed the ring and everything, he lashed out on her.
How?
He screamed at her, talking about, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Why you getting on it? You getting on her, and they start, and I think they even had a fist fight and all that.
Oh, see,
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like,
Ma'am,
wait a minute.
if you're yelling at me,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a conversation. Hold up, pump your brakes, bruh. We're about to have a conversation.
Right.
That's what we're gonna do, and I'm going to tell you what you're not going to do because I'm not gonna do it to you. It's not tolerated.
Right.
So if you do it again, understand it's a wrap, dude. The hitting would have been a wrap that night.
Yeah. And see, the thing about it is that I told her before she accepted yes, I told her, I think you should think about it for a while because it's too fast. Because some women are into, in my opinion, just my opinion now, they're into too much of, I want to have a man permanently. They don't want to just keep on dating and stuff. They want to like claim him as their own.
Yeah.
And this is what some women have told me. They
I
want
get
to
that.
have that. And I'm like, y'all rush. You got to still take your time. And you have to be patient of letting the relationship grow.
Right.
So if you don't do that, stuff like that could possibly happen.
Right.
Because you don't know.
Yeah. Now,
I ain't saying you can't have it down the road, but still, I think you'll know more in the beginning time than later down the road.
I believe in that sense you're absolutely correct. Although I do believe that love has no timetable, you know, you have to make sure that you're on the same page. Not necessarily on the same page for the most part, but definitely going in the same direction, you know, and you help each other up or move forward as you go along. Because if you're going in opposite directions, ain't no way in the heck you're going to end up on the same page. You see what I mean? So if you're going in the same direction, then you're good, you know. But I just don't think that love has a timetable. But I think that people need to be able to know what's love and lust.
Yeah.
I don't think love have a timetable, but I do believe that true love transcends through all things.
I mean, what's the difference between love and true love?
What's the difference between love and true love? I think one is based on.
So if I love you, I'm going to sleep with you.
No. That's
One day a
That's
week,
love.
right? But if
That's
I
love.
truly love you, then I'm gonna sleep with you 2 times a week.
No, that's lust. If
help me on, like, you laugh.
Because everything
I'm serious.
Everything ain't love.
Exactly.
Every
I
feeling
just
ain't
said
love.
that. You have to be able to identify
Yeah.
what's love and what's lust.
Yeah.
Because
No,
lust
me loving
is,
to have sex with you ain't me loving you emotionally.
I mean, if you lay down with me, I promise you're gonna end up loving me.
Whoa!
I mean, it's
because I love to have sex.
It is. No, you're going to love me. But it's. I mean, there are different levels. There are
that you have
different levels to love.
That don't mean I love
baby, you're going to love me.
I might love you.
Ask the last man.
I love the.
Ask the last man.
But just because I love how you put it down. That don't mean
you're gonna love how I put it down too.
You ain't putting it down.
You're gonna love all that too. You love me, Rick? You love me, Rick?
Baby. You know I love you.
You love me. I love you.
Okay, now.
Seriously, I don't believe that love has a timetable.
Right.
Have I ever met someone and in a short time frame loved him?
Mm-hmm.
No.
In a short time frame. The short time frame is considered as what, like 3 months?
3 months.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would say 3 months because I do think that after 3 months, if there's a lot of consistency and growth and progression, then you do come.
Okay.
You know, because a man that can stimulate my mind.
And guess what? I heard that a lot of times.
You know, he has to make me think. He has to make me want to know more about what we're dealing with at the time. You know, so if you can't stimulate me mentally, anything else outside of that is just physical with me.
Well, see, my game back in the day used to be, if I can make you calm mentally, everything else is mine.
Yeah,
Bruh.
and you know
what? Why you saying my words, man?
That is still the thing now. That is still the thing now.
I don't want all the rest of it now. I'm only focused on one thing now.
Man, that sounds just like me, man.
Rixie.
That sounds like just like me. I know she's not listening. I did something like that. I did exactly what he just said.
You did what?
I made her calm mentally.
Yeah. It can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it
was
has
awesome
definitely happened with me. But the thing is the consistency, and because I am the type of person that I am, when there is a break in consistency, that's going to be an automatic, it's like a slingshot. You know, I'm there, you got me. But once there's a break in what you're doing, that consistency, mentally, I'm back.
My grandmama told me a long time ago, the way you come is the way you stay. So if you come in the house doing it like this, you better keep doing it like that.
You have to. You have to. And you can't be a narcissist either. We have a president for a narcissist. So
I ain't even comment
as
on
a
that.
narcissist, a very narcissistic president.
Because I'd read with my new job, I was reading some stuff, and I was looking at all this stuff. I said that the White House is breaking so many daggone laws currently right now that is in the law books that you should not be doing.
Exactly, but
and I'm thinking, like, what lawyer's going to come up and say something?
Until you have a voice that's going to say, you know what, I am not afraid. This is wrong, Mr. Trump. You need to get out of here. And I think that's going to happen with the 2018 elections because people are getting tired of this mess. I mean, people in his own party are not like, you know what, I'm not. Because they've supported him to such great lengths that they're not even running for office again. So you have a lot of career politicians that are now, after this sitting dum-dum, they're not running for their office anymore. So you have new people coming up. So I just think that it's going to be a turn. It's going to be a shift. There's definitely going to be a shift. And when you have a people that can come together, you know, and I think changes will be made because people get tired of that.
Oh, yes. And on that note, before we got about to end the show, there is some information out that more African Americans are coming out to run for local offices and possibly Congress positions in this next coming election.
That's where it starts.
Yep.
But, you know, next week, you guys, I want to talk about this dum-dum talking about eliminating the food stamp program.
Oh, Lord.
So, but you know what? I kind of, I'm on track with that. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll definitely check you out next week on the D Hill Show. And this is DJ Rollum. Always check me out at DJ Rollum Townsend. and at DJ Roll on Instagram and Twitter to get a good deal. All right, so we are going to see you all next week at 7 p.m. live.
Be safe. Good night, you guys.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hi, this is Clifford English, your host and producer of The Gospel Train. Join me every Sunday right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. You will be encouraged, you will be equipped, you will be educated, you will be entertained, all while hearing the best in gospel music. Don't miss your connection with The Gospel Train right here on Beat Break 87 FM radio. BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
He has performed on stage in front of thousands of poetry lovers. He has sold out shows and rocked the crowd with the best poets in the industry. Welcome to the stage, spoken word artist Patrick Duncan, better known as the Preacher Man.
I am Benjamin P. Montgomery. I invented a goat propeller. I am the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela.
Critically acclaimed spoken word artist, poet, writer, and the creator of Black on Purpose poetry TV series Wordplay. Patrick the Preacher Man Duncan is coming to a venue near you.
Why is the only time we can come together as a nation is when there are acts of insanity, chaos, or devastation.
Stay tuned to Beat Break 87 FM for updates on Patrick Duncan's upcoming arrival to your city. Visit cdbaby.com/CD/Patrick S. Duncan to order his latest album, What's Going On. Available online, including CD Baby and iTunes.
I want this high to have no affiliation to a political party. I want this high to be spiritual.
For more info, go to BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break 87 FM wants to help you get the word out on your next community event.
Hey, do you have an upcoming public service announcement that you want listeners to know about? Well, email us the info to psabeatbreak87@gmail.com so we can help spread the word. That's psabeatbreak87@gmail.com. If your event flyer has the words nonprofit, community, support, charity, and just describes everything about helping our community, please share the special event right here on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
When it comes to hip-hop,
Don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.